Yo, what is going on, boys? Louis Land back with another Total War Attilla, not Rome 2. Let me mute that. It's a little unprofessional, my bad. But yeah, this is the first time we're veering off the Rome 2 path. And after much deliberation, I feel like Attila was the right choice to step into this vast world of Total War games. You know what I mean? So I am nowhere near an Attila guru, an Attila vet. I'm not an Attila connoisseur. I don't know much about Attila. I have played a couple of campaigns, but none have been to completion on any difficulty. With that being said, I'm jumping into Legendary. So, chill vibes, per usual. You know what I'm saying? Get comfortable. I'm going to jump right into it. I have an idea of what faction I want to go with. I thought I was going to do Rome, but I know Eastern and Western Rome. Brutal campaigns, especially in the beginning. Is it both of them? Yeah, legendary challenge. What the fuck? Yeah, nah. So I'm gonna steer clear. I'll probably come back and do this at a certain point because it's always interested me, these two campaigns for Attila. But I've got my eyes on the Desert Kingdoms. Make sure I'm going through the right one. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna go with Aksum. So the idea here is that the initial challenge seems to not be anything crazy. It's normal, right? So it gives me time to kind of get the flow of things, pick up an understanding of the game, and push through that way. Now, I have played this game before, so everything is not going to be brand new, but a lot of the nuances I'm not going to be familiar with. I chose Aksum mainly because their starting position is to the south, so there's nothing we have to worry about on our southern border. Really, realistically, there's nothing we have to worry about at all. Once we figure out who our enemies are nearby, I know that the factions kind of in this area are going to be indifferent with us. So we have a chance to kind of pick our own fate, our own destiny, and I like that idea. Now let me get into Aksum as a faction, right? So the dominant religion is Eastern Christianity. Our cultural trait that all Desert Kingdom factions have, so all of these guys up here, Sun Scorched, +2 sanitation, all regions. Attrition, immune to desert attrition, all armies. Scourge of the Desert, 15 plus melee attack during desert battles. And then we have a penalty, Fractured Faiths, increased public order penalty for religious differences between new religions. So we can't have too many religions coming in and out of the capital or in and out of the empire, period. Okay, and then we have our own faction specific bonuses. Gateway to the east. So supply network +30 food from each active trade route, maximum of 150. So our first five, well, not really our first five, but up to 5 of our trade routes are going to give us 30 plus food. So that's pivotal because food is hard to come by in this game. Merchant guards +100% to mercenary pool replenishment rate. And then commercial mastery +10% from trade income. So trade is vital as it's always been, but now it's even more vital for our campaign. Let's jump into it.
For many centuries, your empire has flourished away from civilization as the last great African kingdom. Now, however, the value of the Indian spice route has been truly realized, thrusting you into the limelight at last. Predictably, Rome courts you as an ally, pointing to your shared Christianity and the looming threat of the Himyarites across the water. You may rely on Roman support to cross the Red Sea and monopolize trade with the East, or you may reject their advances, turning back to the pagan roots that once sustained your kingdom. Perhaps then, you could unite with other kingdoms in the region to drive the Romans from African shores once and for all. Your choice will shape your kingdom. Make it well.
Survive until the following date, spring 400. All right, let's manage to do that. They're gonna give us an additional 2,000 gold to our treasury, so we'll take that. For many centuries, your empire has flourished away from civilization as the last great African kingdom. Now, however, the value of the Indian spice route has been truly realized, thrusting you into the limelight at last. Predictably, Rome courts you as an ally, pointing. Yeah, we just read that. What am I doing?
We fight for you, my lord.
Okay, so it's literally the Carthage voice, but from Rome too. Anyways, let's focus. Technologies. I feel like we should always just typically start off with the civics or like the non-military technologies. We're not at war right now, right? We are not. They want us to go to war here. They want us to cross the Red Sea and then go to war against the Himyars. The Himyars. Alright. Rome is cool with us, but we can't have a trade route. Okay. Can't have a trade route there, so yeah, we're stuck. We're stuck a little bit. We're already cool with these guys. I wish they weren't a puppet state of Rome, because we would definitely just knock them out the way. But then we would be trapped by Rome anyway. So we're going to have to cross. That's basically what the game is telling us, and it makes the most sense. 24 with 26, okay.
Ready for battle.
And we don't have a fleet. What's our food at? 90? It's not gonna tell me. Food surplus from active trade routes. 60 food here. It's only province though, right? Yeah. Oh, the bonus is coming from the trade route. Okay, cool. We don't have the technology. -8 happiness. Religious differences. So that's going to play a role for sure. They're giving me -8 off the bat just for playing on legendary. Public order is deteriorating. At the current rate, there would be a rebellion in 25 turns. Okay. So we're heading towards a rebellion. Not sure exactly why, but it looks like they don't like paying taxes, as no one does, and religious differences. So maybe we do need to focus on this monk's quarters. But that's going to take 60 of our food. And then this will take more public order. Now we could get more food. Can't grab that. Can't grab that either. This is more money. This might not be bad to grab first turn, because this is more income. I'm gonna go ahead and move him to this city. No reason to be in Aksum.
To your duties, man.
Right, let's take a look at the military. What can we recruit? We need to recruit an agent. How much are they? 1100, and we know we gotta build that the monk's quarter, so maybe next turn. A far swordsman, 57 melee attack. It's pretty good, no? Charge bonus at a 71. They got a better melee defense. What's the armor at? 8. Yikes. 25. Okay. Still bad, but... And they're faster. And they got better morale and health. So just better units overall. Desert Bowman. 1438. Okay. 5014. What's the range? 125, 150. So they got a longer range, but he's definitely more efficient. Can we get any missile cav? No, we cannot, but we can get onagers. We'll keep that in mind for when we have to go up here and take some land over here. We go back to that mercenary pool. And then what's the difference between you two? Desert Raiders and Camel Warriors. Obviously the camels are slower. What's the upkeep? 200, 255. They both have 20 attack against cavalry. Same morale too. Has missile weapon. Well, there you have it. Answer my own question. So I got 2 missile units, or 2 missile cav. And then we got very light melee cav. But these aren't the same guys. These are our far camel riders. So what's the difference between the two? 45, 32. The far camel riders are definitely better. But they've got the greatest amount of upkeep. And they're not mercs. $53 armor, so they'd have the most armor. Might not be bad to do it this way. We obviously don't need to recruit them now. We'll recruit them right before the war starts, but I think I see what direction we're gonna head in. And then what's the barracks? No, because there's one I can unlock through research, right? And then what does this give me? Oh, then I could just build these units? Or do I already have this? No, because I have to unlock it. What am I talking about? Persian skirmishers. Okay, cool. I see. Desert bowman. Okay. Okay, but in 2 turns, what am I getting off the top? Noble estate. +2 tax rate, +5 public order. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. But build it where? So that's what would take up this space here. 4 undeveloped land. You need a population of 4 for to develop here. We've got 4. Population surplus. Okay. So then we'll just go this route. Because we're not at war right now. It's not necessary. And then I am going to build the harbor, and then I'll come back and grab the cave church. And then the food. But we'll have some extra gold so we can do that. What do we have left? 1,000? I would like to get a navy. Can we even do that? Yeah, we can. We're currently at level 1. Which gives us Eastern Artillery Crew, Eastern Light Boatmen, and Eastern Naval Hurlers. Okay. And it's going to give us some skirmishers. Same thing. Just a garrison. Until we get to the level 3 port. Okay. Not going to develop that now because there's nothing we can do. There's something else we have to do here. Somebody has to be appointed these offices, right? Especially governor, I know that. Should we let it be our son? Doesn't this put his life at risk though? Don't they like try to fight for that position? Maybe I should have gave it to an elder. Okay. So it's currently at 40. and 61, and then so together it's at 50. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, I got a decree. Plus 3% replenishment. Don't really need that right now. Yeah. Let's go trade in industry. The Spice Must Flow Part 1. Some say that the variety is the spice of life, my lord, but I say that the spice of life, I'm not going to read all this. A mission will soon be issued. Okay, cool. Gotcha. So, war has been declared on our Eastern Roman Empire friends up north. Not really much we have to worry about. I mean, it's in our continent, but hopefully they lose. I'm just going to be honest with you. Hopefully Rome loses as much land as possible, and then we can just move on and take that. All right. Yeah, again, there's not much we can do right now. Let's try to stockpile some money in the meantime. Any objectives we can do? Maintain 15 units total. So if I recruit one more to give me 1,000, I'll go ahead and do that. Definitely another swordsman. What else can we do? Research the following centralized authority. Oh, we're about to do that. Nice. We'll get another. So we're going to get 2,000 next turn. It's pretty good. Maintain trade relations with 4 factions. Okay. Trade relations, huh? I need to get a spy. Definitely, that's what we need. A spy. Oh, we can only get a priest right now. We need a bazaar and a palace. Keep that in mind. A bazaar and a palace. So we have King Izana. Maybe we should make our agent, our priest, Ibana. Magus Ibana. 312. Agent actions. Literally, I pressed that and the game just self-deleted. Okay, so we got everything back and running. The audio is still super low though. Hold on. That should help. Okay. We were trying to figure out where we were going to get our agent, right? And what we were going to do. Yeah. Research rate plus 5%. Minus 3 public order. This might not be bad. We can only have 1. He's the youngest. All of their attributes are the exact same, so it's really just about whether we want the radical and the mentor. Minus 3 public order. I'm gonna take that.
How can I serve you?
We'll take the minus 3 public order. Alright. So we got him recruited. Again, there's not much we can really do here.
We fight for you, my lord.
I thought I had 1 more unit I was recruiting here.
Join our ranks.
Yeah. And then we'll just hold on to some money till next turn. All right, control 2 or more spice resources, turns remaining 100. They'll give me a new building, the Oriental Port, and then new units unlocked. So if I'm not mistaken, one of these also produces spice or mana over here. Oh, okay. Thought it was something closer. So it's really saying 100 turns to get here. I think that's really what it's asking us. If there's truly no other spice up here. Desolate land. You can get iron over here. Yathrib. Alright, so more factions declaring war on the Eastern Roman Empire, which is fine. We talked about how beneficial that could be if that continues. 5% wealth from agricultural buildings. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the levy troops now. Get the infantry quarters. Alright, so our food is at 105. 15 plus due to an event. Okay. I think that's only going to last a couple of turns, so. We could do the cave church. It'd be what? 45? Be 30. We'd have 30 public order in like 3 turns. I mean 30 food in 3 turns. So we'll need to upgrade this. Then upgrade our farm. Or build another farm of some sort. I mean, it's really the only thing we can do. We still want to build. We still want to make money. We need food. But that's locked behind this. So maybe we beeline this first. It's 9 turns. Shit. Let's grab this real quick while we still can.
My words are yours to direct. I thrive on ledgers and accounts.
Right.
Ready for orders.
We appreciate that.
My lord.
And again, it's really not much he can do. Why can't we get an agent? There's a building we need to unlock, right? A bazaar. Plaza. So if we build a plaza, then we can build a bazaar. And we can get agents. But there's just no room. We've got to prioritize food and money. Yeah. We're going to build the cave church. It's important that we have
Ready for orders.
a foundation of like plus public order and a surplus of food and income as soon as possible. We just start building everything else, our income will just dwindle and it won't really matter what we do. Nice, okay. Did I get my reward for having 15 units? That's supposed to be one of the mission objectives. I wonder if that kicked in or not. I don't think so. Well, I did. Okay, I got that. And we got this. Okay. I don't remember getting it, though. I mean, we got to get over there first. And I feel like we're going to need somewhat of a navy. Because I guarantee they'll have something.
How can I serve you?
There's really nothing to do, right? But do I need to elect them to these offices? That is the question. So one of these guys could go. One of the Aksum elders could be a Castellan. But will that mess up the power? Hmm. Yeah, Attila is definitely it's definitely an interesting game so far. Spread religion, inspire populace, -6 public order. Distract. Okay. I'm learning, y'all. That's why I'm kind of like, every 10 seconds just staring at something or looking at too many different menus, but all right. I think that's pretty much it for this turn. The good thing is this isn't going to take any food, but this will. This is going to take 60 food. We'll be left with 30, like we said. And then we'll need to figure out how quickly we can get agricultural intensification so that we can get level 3 camel farms, which is only going to give us 30 more food. What if I converted this? It's giving me 100 food right now. Or potentially 100 food. Yeah, I can't do it. It's the max amount of food we're getting. Religious intolerance. Okay. This gives me a little bit more food in our reserves, but it's way down the line. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? I do like the fact that this maybe goes from a hamlet or a town to a village. Simply because of the garrison. Right now, the garrison is 1 desert raider, 1 desert levy, and 1 mounted skirmisher. So 1 cav, 1 missile cav, and then 1 very, dismissive unit, spear unit. But if I upgrade, then I'll get 2 of those dismissive spear units plus a tribesman, and then we'll get the raiders and skirmishers. But I feel like just the extra insurance plus a little bit more money, a little bit more road development. The growth is +1 finally, so we'll get some positive growth to add to this. It's the food consumption. That's the problem. Steep cost. I still can't trade with anybody. I don't have a spy. I could get a ship and sail this way. I might do that. I might find plus 10 wealth. Plus 1 for missile units.
Ready for orders.
Yeah. So we can get artillery off rip, which is very interesting to note. Can't remember if it works like Rome 2 artillery naval units, but we can grab them. How much is the upkeep? I might 215. That's too steep. It's too steep. He's already costing 200 just to sail. We'll send him out next turn. This is going to be a slow burner. I can feel it. Because I also think once we take over, like once we cross the Red Sea and get to work, I feel like it's going to be much, much harder to fight those other factions. I just get that feeling. The Gassanids are no longer here. They've been destroyed. Our Imperium has increased. We are now noteworthy. We have established ourselves as a worthy power. We get to have from 1 fleet to 2, 2 armies to 4, 1 governor to 2, but our spies, priests, and champions stay the same. So let me check what we're gonna do for governors, right? Governor assign 1 out of 2. Influence costs. He's got 33 influence, so keep that in mind. Secure loyalty, right? Natural adopted bastard. Okay. All right, technology. How do you get that though? What tree is that under? +10 armor. +10% shield effectiveness for shield bearing units. Okay. Okay. -2 public order and +2 squalor. That's not the greatest. What about a carpenter? Same thing. So not too eager to go down this route or this route. Of course, it costs 2,500 1 turn. But these are our next units, right? Military wharf. What can we grab with this? What ships? So basically, it opens up for us to really get a navy. Military wharf, or we could go a Zadin barracks. Not bad. Persian mounted bowman. Speed 100. I don't know what spotting is. I guess that's just their visibility, right? Then their range is 150. Missile damage 49. Excellent rate of fire, but they just don't have any armor. They have 3 armor. Love to have this. That's 2,500. I gotta grab this though. I need this more than anything. We're gonna need food. Somehow I'm at 90 food again. Oh, we're about to lose it. In one turn. Alright, let's get him out sailing.
Hard on the oars.
Right. There was another faction here, right? Maybe there hasn't been. Maybe I'm tripping. This character has an unassigned skill. Which one? Oh, my agent. I think religion. I think that's going to be the big thing, especially as we conquer more land, right? So I'll go religion, and then we'll go compromise security. Oh, it doesn't show me exactly. Distract. Preach intolerance. I could see how this could be beneficial. If I'm understanding it correctly. Encourage mutiny. -4 integrity. +3 integrity. Persuade. I want to just add to the public order bonus, right? What is it at? +3, -6. Yeah. +1 authority. Yeah. We'll do that.
Ready for battle.
My lord?
You are good where you're at, brother. One more turn. It says enables agent recruitment priest. So it's going to give me another priest because I already can recruit priest. So I wonder what that's going to be. If not giving me another one.
Ready for orders.
The festival. Engage in faction politics to deal with your subject or wait until the stately business is blown over. Yeah, let's go religious because I think everything religious should boost up our public order. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but that's just how I'm thinking it. Okay, so now we have 0 public order. So per turn, we're going to stay at 71 if everything stays exactly how it is. Our military is giving us +9, but mainly our agent, our priest, is giving us +6. Let me see if it, with this being built, oh, we got 60 food. So somewhere along the lines, I did the math wrong on that. And we can get 20 more food by investing in the hunting lodges. I think I'm going to do that because it's more money as well. And more fur. So I'm definitely going to grab that. And now we're just sailing along. Trying to meet other neighbors.
Steady as we go. The sea beckons, my lord.
Artist. Public order 5+ local province. So that helped. Okay. This definitely helped as well. So I feel like our public order should be higher than that. Factions encountered. Okay, so we did encounter some factions. Let me... We probably can't be friends with them. They're puppet state of the assassinates. Okay. So going to war with them wouldn't help us. They're also a puppet state. They're producing spices, though. They're importing everything. Improving? We need this spice.
Welcome, friend. Welcome. Come, sit. Enjoy the...
Yeah, so we can't really do anything with either one of you guys.
Speak, my
Maybe a
friend,
trade agreement?
and burden you.
Oh, okay. We'll do that for now. More gold. It says we have 100 turns, so we can do a trade agreement with them and still take the land
How can I say?
when necessary. Hoping these guys stay cool with us. This is a Roman puppet state, right? Yeah. Are you winning or losing? We need to send an agent up north. I need a bazaar ASAP.
Reporting, my lord. At your command.
Do we have military access? Can I go through your land if I needed to?
Welcome, friend. Welcome. I,
Trade.
my lord.
That's it. Don't even see the option. He doesn't have a wife. Integrity +4, public order +2. Let's get his integrity up. Public order will sort itself out. It always does. A leader can never have too much integrity. One of your subjects has recently become infatuated and wishes to marry his intended. Shall their union be allowed to continue? If I intervene, I lose 20 influence. If I give my blessing, I lose 2% of control. And it doesn't show me, oh yeah, I got 40. I mean, he's loyal though. I'm gonna learn my lesson with this. Let's just see. I'm gonna give my blessing. I don't know how bad that's gonna hurt us, but the priest come out in force, celebrating the rituals of faith. What do we get? +1 experience for priest, all provinces, +5% success chance, and then plus or minus 15%. Okay, so that was the festival targeted my agent, not the people. Good to remember, good to remember. -5 public order, that's it. We get 2 though. What does that mean though? Compromise security. What are we doing? Target foreign settlements. So does that just take down some of the garrison, or I don't really know. I feel like that's not the best way to level it, but it's the way we're gonna do it for now. He's 22. I mean, do we seek a wife for everybody then? Like, would that be crazy if I mean, he loses influence when we do this, but he already has 2 sons. I'm gonna seek a wife for the eldest son. We'll do that instead. Did that work? Yeah. It worked. Next turn, we'll develop this land, I think. And what is this under? Bazaar. So you need a plaza. Spies. This definitely just feels like a Rome 2 makeover. 1000%. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Your next command, my lord.
Oh shit, I didn't move him. I think this may be the last turn for this intro episode. I'm gonna try to pre-record like 4 episodes and then just drop them daily, just to get everybody in the groove. Plus, I don't know how these early episodes are gonna be. The game has already crashed on me once. Hasn't happened since, but it has happened. Let no man tear asunder these two, or tear asunder. These two have been successfully married. Alright. So he married someone. Asmera. Alright, so he married Asmera, and they're gonna end up having a son. That will be the heir of the heir. I'm hoping. Hopefully he makes it.
It is an honor to serve you.
Can you go this way? Alright, so we're meeting more people as we continue to do this. Hopefully we get some answers for some things.
Ready for orders.
+8. So can you leave? Are you doing good enough to where we can walk away?
I go to the ships.
Yeah, we are kinda. I'm gonna have him scout a little bit what we're dealing with these guys.
On the shore, my lord.
Do we go ahead and make the upgrade? We talked about this. It's more money too. I think we do it. I think we just keep building. Be little worker bees. I mean, the game expects us to kind of do this, right? Where we're not getting attacked by anyone. There's nobody that really hates us. These guys don't like us, but our relationship is somewhat improving. So I think the game prefers that, to be real with you. We'll just go with that.
My lord.
Definitely just go with that. I just know one of these Roman empires fall, right? Isn't it the East? Like in the game, doesn't the Eastern Roman Empire have a tendency to fall first, or is it the Western Roman Empire? War declared. So the Sassanids have declared war on the Eastern Roman Empire. This is good because take a look at this. The Sassanids, they have both of these possessions, Mazun and the Lakhmids. So we're gonna take Himyar. We'll be stuck in Arabia Felix, right? This part of the land. They have spices, and we also have a mission reward to get spices. To have two provinces that produce spices. So we'll have this one and this one. With that being said, because of that, what's really good is that their enemies with Assassin, I mean their enemies with the Sassanid, which is their papa. So when we do this, Rome will pretty much look at us like really good allies. Right now they're kind of like, oh, y'all are cool. Maybe we'll take your land, maybe we won't.
As always, a welcoming host to you. I await your words with an appetite for truth.
For honor and glory.
So we met the Sassanids. Okay. We met the Sassanids. And Makran. Another puppet state. So it's 1, 2, and 3. It's Eastern Roman Empire at 2, Western Roman Empire at 1, and then Sassanids at 3. And he's got a lot of puppet states. That's interesting.
Ready for battle.
It is an honor to serve you. Making my way.
All right, we're gonna see what we're getting ourselves into over here. As things continue to be built on this side, we'll have more food in about 1 turn. Maybe the last thing we do is we get to 6,000, right?
Ready for battle.
All right, so this may be my last turn. And look at our gold. 2,000 income. So always, fellas, do not get into that routine of like, I've got to do something right now. I've got to do something immediately. Just slow play your campaign a little bit. Just slow it down, calm it down, figure out what needs to be done, then do it that way. Of course, this was a really easy challenge in the beginning because we're playing as the Aksumites. So we really don't have any neighbors that overly hate us. We don't have much access to the other participants in the game. So it's not going to exactly work this way for every faction because a lot of factions you start at war. So we get 2 more attributes to give to our general, our faction leader. +2 experience for missile unit recruits. Public order, campaign map range, marksman. Let's just grab this to get it out the way. There's nothing wrong with this. I'll grab this. What does he see is the question. So this is not their land. This is just their land here.
My journey begins.
What can he
My
do?
lord,
Manipulate agent, distract, stops the target agent.
at your service. Truth.
I'm kind of more interested in seeing your land though.
Setting forth, my lord.
All right. And then where is our ship? Okay.
All hands to the oars!
Come back this way.
On the oars! All hands to the oars!
All right. So he also gained that ability. Damn, look at he's 16. Look how fucking graphically different his face is. Okay. Governor's assigned 1 out of 2, but there's no seat for another person. Maybe I'm doing this all wrong. Can I just select the candidate and make him? Yeah, I can. I can select the candidate and make him governor. Okay. We need to see details though. We need to know who these guys really are. So that's his loyalty's 8 out of 10. What does that do though? I'm just trying shit. I don't really know. So did I do nothing? Yeah, I did nothing. Governor's assigned 1 out of 2. I clicked him and then I just pressed check. Yeah, that was nothing. There's nothing to happen there. All right. Well, we're not doing as bad. Arabia Felix 4,000. We need this. This is some money. So this is theirs. This is their region.
My words are
Let's see what he does. I keep saying it's going to be my last turn. It's going to be my last turn, but here we are. He got to me first. I don't think it worked, but he did get a level up. He ranked up on me, so word to the wise, catch a op in the fucking jungle, in the desert, you do something about it. All right, that's gonna be my last turn. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I appreciate you guys for dropping by. We're back on another journey, and y'all know in the beginning, at least my first like 10, 15 episodes, I'll crank them out back to back to back. So go ahead and subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you won't miss my episodes. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know what you guys think about Attila thus far. Was it the right choice? Did you want to see me go in a different direction? And what are you most excited for? But without further ado, I'm out of here. Peace.